Good evening, guys. So I've just had a bit of a late tea. I've had a chicken dinner today. I've had chicken, new potatoes, green beans, carrots, gravy, and mint sauce. And these two little chow wows, I've had some chicken because we can't leave them out, can we? Oh no, we can't. Not at all. So I shaved Elvis last night. I think that's kind of what made me a bit breathless, and I was going to do a video, but I just couldn't get my breath. I laid down and ended up falling asleep, sticking not YouTube, sorry, sticking Netflix on my phone and sort of watching my favourite subject, which obviously is murder and true crime. But I'm kind of stuck for things to watch. So if anyone can recommend anything to me, that would be absolutely brilliant. Absolutely great. So I've got a little bit of a not an update, sorry, a little bit of news that I want to share with you. I've been talking to one of my family subscribers, one of our family members, and we're going to do a podcast, and I've wanted to do one for a while, but not really knowing how to do it and stuff. So I'm not going to commit to a sort of a weekly thing because this channel is my priority, but I also want to make them do the podcast is going to equally be as important, but the channel's around first, so I'm just going to do it as a monthly thing. And to sort of kick it off, I've decided to do like a no hold bar, no sort of anything goes, so to speak. No hold fucking, what's the word? No holds barred, is it? I can't remember the bloody word. Sounds like a bloody advert for a working girl, that, doesn't it? But yeah, so I've decided I'm going to do that. And I want sort of to cover sort of topics of it. I want, like working girls. I want addicts to hopefully come on it. Sort of ex-prisoners who partners are in prison, which I spoke to, and I've got some sort of lined up for that. I also want to, say someone's been into prison and they've come out and they've totally, transformed their life. I want survival stories of strength, sort of. It doesn't have to be, drugs or anything. But these are sort of like topics I want to sort of cover. These are the sort of things I'm looking for. So if I just read them out, and if this is you, then you can. I'm not. I can bloody find it. Then you can come and join. Well, anybody can come on, really. But these are hopefully I want to sort of cover things like sex industry, like I said. Maybe get porn. I want to do like debates. I want to do question time. I want domestic violence. I want maybe you've been taken into care when you was younger. You're an adult now. Do you want to talk about that? And you're a gambling addict. Sort of anything. What shows that you need a strength to get through, basically. That's what it's about. Like I say, you don't know how strong you are till strength is your only option. Now, this video is not just my blog. It's also a little not a debate, not a will to write. I don't really know what to call it, really. But can you all remember when I did an interview for a channel called Enslaved Podcast? And when they came to my home, it's on one of my playlists, and it's called My Interviews, and it's under there. There's a few, there's like Sam's interviews, and then there's this one, so you can't miss it. And obviously it's been up there. I don't know how long have it been up there. I'm not sure how long ago I did it. It's got about 2,000 views, something like that. It's not got loads, but it's hit a few, hasn't it? And obviously you can comment like you can comment about these videos. And I sort of go on and have a look, see if there's any new comments, and click on newest and look. And somebody, the original, this is what started it all off. After the interviews, this was the original post, and it was done by Adam Wazza. I can't pronounce names, so if I said it wrong, if you are watching Adam, I am sorry. And he put, after the interviews, you need to let the people you speak to give their email address, or you guys accept that donations, meaning the owners of the channel, to accept donations from people who want to give. And other channels who interview from interview the homeless, they do this, and I have seen them. So I replied. No, sorry. The first reply was from the channel itself, saying, "Oh, what a good idea, thank you." And then there was a reply from somebody called Carl, and they put, "I don't think this will work, because if you're interviewing an active user and you want to send them money, what do you think they're gonna spend it on, basically, if they're not clean?" And they're saying it's a whole different ball game if if the person you're giving money to is drug free. And then they say, thanks for doing the video, that you enjoyed it. So then I replied, and I said, first of all, can I ask you something? Who's now clean? Would you, because this different person is not on drugs. They have been, though, apparently. So round of applause for that, guys. So I'm saying, would you not give somebody some money, basically, if they were still on drugs? Would you only donate to somebody who is clean? And I put, what do you sort of expect them to spend it on? I got a reply. Presuming the person is clean, I think they might have a place to stay, but, once they're clean, they might have a place to stay. So they might buy something for the home. They might go out for something to eat with a friend or family member, or a room, stuff like that, really. And they then go on to say, speaking from experience, after 6 years of Class A drugs, they spent 15 years in and out of jail, down to addiction, and they've then said, what would you say it should be spent on, asking me. Then they put, please reply to my opinion, and I said that I was going to do a video. Then they asked me, they'd love to know my opinion first, but in a nutshell, they would, hopefully they'd buy, he thinks they'd buy drugs, food, clothing, or maybe a room for the night. It really depends on the person's wants and needs. And then they go on to say that they could talk to me about this forever. So I have found I will have loads of debates, so bring it on, I love it. But we don't argue and we don't fall out on this channel, do we, guys? No, we don't. So basically, I've put, I think, Elvis, give over. I think that everyone struggles, both when they're clean and when they're not. So either way, obviously a donation is a gift to help ease that burden, and to ease somebody's struggle. And in my opinion, they can buy what they want with it. Once you donate it or you give something to somebody, it becomes theirs anyway for them to do what they want with it. So I'm saying, if they went out and bought drugs with it, then they could use their own money for a room, and vice versa. Then just a couple more replies, and then we'll get on to my opinion. They then put, they totally hear and respect what I'm saying. Oh, God. Oh. And the reason why they said what they did is if they gave a donation to the person and they then bought Class A drugs. And, imagine if they went on an OD'd. Imagine how they would feel having given them the money, because if they hadn't have given him, they wouldn't have OD'd. That's what they say. Then my opinion is I get totally where they're coming from, but if they're gonna buy drugs, they're gonna buy drugs. It doesn't matter if it was bought with your money or their money, and therefore I think if you're saying that you don't want to give to them because they might OD, then that, can you put your hand on your heart and say you've never given to a homeless person? You've never sort of lent money to a fellow drug addict? You've never had a smoke with a drug addict? You know, you've never shared your drugs with a drug addict, always been on drugs, because the same thing could happen. You know, you could have a smoke with somebody. Well, the only way they would OD is inject, so it'd have to be inject. So if they, you know, you shared with them, you had a smoke, even if whatever, on your payday or whatever, and you gave them, you know, said, this is for you. They then went and injected it and they OD'd. Surely that's the same principle. That's what I think, anyway. I think with addicts for a long time, which this is what we're talking about, people, you know, who are in addiction, suffering with addiction in life, and have been for a long time, the chances of them overdosing are quite low. We've all got to admit that, really. I mean, especially if you smoke it as well, obviously. I think, you know, when you have been on drugs, you think to when you had your addiction. Does anybody on here who's overcome one, or there's someone who's still got one, whether it be alcohol, whether it be drugs, whether it be, you know, gambling or whatever? You struggle every day because you need money for that, and it's a stress. It's you know, it's a full-time job, really, isn't it? So if somebody was to give you some donations, if you used it for that, that would make it so you did not have to sort of stress. It would mean like you wouldn't go, you know, wouldn't have to go and commit crime. It'd just be a day where you didn't have to worry. So are you not effectively giving that person when you are donating money? Yeah, that's what I think, anyway. I've broke my glasses, guys. I've got to do a Jack Duckworth, and I've done my tape on them. So, need to get to Pound Landowner. What will we talk about on my next vlog? Has anybody got any ideas? In fact, I'm going to put up, I want to do a video and upload, but I want you guys to pick it. So I've got 3 topic choices. I'm going to put them on a poll, and you vote for it. We'll do that one. So look out for tomorrow's vlog. Get back on it daily again. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. See you soon.